Hello, 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 and welcome to another RTAppetizer. Today we have a loss? Oh my god, a loss. I can't believe it. But it is a loss with a story. There's an arc to this. You must trust me. You shouldn't trust me, but you must trust me in this. So we're just going to jump ahead. This is someone from the Discord that I frequent regularly. They're a friend of mine, so we just kind of threw some units at each other to see what would happen. I cannot... What? It played on a different device or ended abnormally. What? That didn't end abnormally. I lost. Oh. Wait, why can't... Can I not show... I can't show losses? Wait. No, I can't show this one. What? What? Oh. Well... I tried? Wait, I don't understand. Are they too old? I can't do any of these replays before... Oh, well... That's unfortunate. I guess I couldn't do anything before this one. That's unfortunate. Can you tell I don't vet these beforehand? Sure. I mean, I was hoping to show you this one because it was just a fun match. I could sum it up. Their Kairon dodged more than my Aiden does, and he was only on a 20% artifact. And he dodged more than my Aiden does regularly. It was pretty funny. It was a good fight. Anyway, I guess I'll just show you a different one. Let's go against this Babbage. It was a pretty good fight. I got to use Leica. They got to use Leica. It's Leica v Leica. Everyone liked that. I don't know any other jokes for her name, so that's the only one I can do. Let's jump into it. This one, I banned their Ahmed, because even if the Leica S2'd, my DJB would cut. But no one had immunity, so I decided to just S3 and sleep the Leica. That happened to do the dual purpose of giving everybody a big chunky barrier, so I could do a good amount of damage to everybody. DJB pulling his weight, pushing everybody forward, and now Stene has a soul burn. Hand guy cutting with Warhorn because it's a fair and balanced artifact. There goes Operator Sigrid. Let's go ahead and do what we love to do and blow up the enemy Leica. And they're dead. That pushes back the hand guy, and easy. But this is just step one on a multi-layer... Oh, God, I'm so bad at these transitions. Whatever, just take it over. Oh my goodness, the transition worked. I'm successfully in the next game. It's like there was some editing magic or something. Anyway, this game, they first picked Poly, so I just decided to just throw all caution to the wind and slam Bellion and Rowana. And then they went from there, and I built from there, and this is what we get, which is a slapstick arrangement of characters, but that's most of what I do. Also, many years of playing this game has taught me that you just need to send it. If it happens to me, you just need to just send it. Just send it. Yeah, I know. I mean, it happens to me all the time, so sometimes it'll happen to the enemy. So now I'm hoping that in retaliation, my Aiden doesn't dodge. She does, though, which is kind of good for me. We're going to go ahead and do a good amount of damage to everybody. This fight actually went a lot longer than you would think, because their main bet was the Rylet. And as you'll quickly see, this almost 18k HP Politis, not a damage Politis. So their only damage at the moment is LRK. So what I can go ahead and do is just avoid LRK. I'm still going into Poly. I should probably be going into Arwell, but I'm dumb. So I'm going to run with it and just Arwell. I know I don't get revive on Bellion or or LHC. Wait, yes, Lionheart's Armenia. But I don't particularly mind that, because that's not my game plan. They go in, they're going to Ayala Violin away the defense buff, which is a little annoying, but what do I care? Bellion only ever really counters when there's a LRK on the other side of the field, so this is just mostly funny to me that this is happening. But, I mean, I have a feeling that we should be fine. Do I finally have my change of heart? Okay, I still don't know where I'm really going with all this, but I'm just throwing my damage around and not actually thinking. This game was very much a don't think, just do game. I think I kill Arwell here, and once Arwell's gone, I don't think I'm really afraid of anybody. Arwell's not quite dead yet, but she will be soon. Bellion is losing her mind, which I can relate to on most occasions. Last Rider Kraus still going to go into it. Eventually, he'll hit the Aiden in one-shotter, and he hit her. Didn't quite one-shot her, but did a good amount. So now that their mitigation is gone, I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this LR Crow. Rowana just go into Poly, because she's not going to do any damage. Everyone else, okay, I get rid of Poly, I guess. I don't actually know what happens in my matches. I should have gone... What am I doing? Why are you watching me play this game? I'm so bad at it. I make such bad decisions. They have one more turn until their next S3, so they decide to give up the ghost and concede it over to me. I don't actually know how to play this game. You're all just along for the ride. Like, maybe this whole time, I've actually had a twin, and we're so readily connected that we can finish each other's sentences. Thank you. Me, I guess. I don't. I'm my twin. No one's gonna believe this. Anyway, this is against Nova Cookie, the first person that I wanted to show you the video against, but apparently that doesn't exist anymore because it was wiped from the face of the earth. This is the end of that story. We actually got matched together again. So again, we're just gonna throw units at each other and hope for the best, because that's how fun people have fun with fun. They just kind of go ham. So I get to use out Elena and Bihu. I ban their closer Charles because I imagine it's pretty fast. And I get rid of my Rimuru so that I don't steal their counter buff, I would imagine. So let's just jump right into things. This one was pretty fun. The spoiler alert, the Kairon not going to be countering nearly as much. Mostly because, one, he didn't dodge, and two, my Elena exists. Bihu appears to be the biggest enemy, and I can completely understand that because he wipes out all buffs. So I'm going to go ahead and push the team up, get the curse on the Aiden, which is fantastic. Now, I want to try to proc this Bryceria as soon as possible. Don't quite get her down to immortality, which is unfortunate. But this definitely will. So we're just going to send it. Aiden, not scared of her countering because she, she is herself. And I have my Elena. They are going to go into the Dilibet, hope to kill. She and the Bryceria are unbuffable, so they wouldn't get the invincibility, but it was mostly for the Kairon and for the Leica. Gotta send it, kill the Aiden, kill the Bryceria, get just so much souls that I cannot do anything with because everybody is invincible. So no soul burn, I get the advanced attack anyway. I guess since they have invincibility, it can't actually proc the detonation, which is interesting. So they're gonna make everybody go Betty by sleep, including Abby. But I mean, I'm still not afraid of this Kairon. There's no counterattack buff. My Elena still exists. They have to choose someone to try to kill here. So it's just a matter of who is it. They go into Bihu, but without Soul Burn, they're not quite gonna get there. So now I can just go full into the Kairon. The Leica more than likely doesn't have enough damage to kill either one of them. Goes for B, who hits him. Kairon, still not scared because there's nothing he can do because Elena exists. And this is the one and only place that you can ever see Elena ever used because no one has her and no one uses her. So it's just really fun to get to use Elena. ML Kairon is still a very good unit when it's not expected. Obviously, when it's the first pick, it's a little bit more expected. But again, this was entirely for fun. So major shout outs to Nova Cookie. I believe they're an Emperor. I believe they end Emperor. They're very, very good. So just two pals throwing stupid units at each other and hoping for the best is exactly what RTA should be. But that one, is it the last one? It's not. Oh my goodness. What could come after this? I don't remember the segue I used, so I'm just going to say, sure, thank you for the awesome segue. I'm going to continue on with the... Oh, God. I think there'd be some continuity in any of my videos, but guess what? There's not. Anyway, this will be another beginning of a two-parter. The amazing two-parter against Japanese symbols. I know the first one is person. Second kanji, can't quite read. It's very small. Also, I'm incredibly dumb. Anyway, we're just going to jump right into things. They went Abby, Bryceria, Pyra, Aiden, Landy. I went Arwell, Shu, DJB, Dilibet, and Millum. They banned the Millum. I banned the Aiden because I felt comfortable enough killing the Landy with everything else that I had. Even the Shu, but the Dilibet will do most of the damage to the Landy, which is fine. They are going to S2, which is ballsy. I will say that. They do not have enough effectiveness to debuff my DJB, but they are smart enough to obviously not S3 here and just kill their Pyra accidentally. So I'm going to go ahead, actually cut with the Dilibet, get everybody out of stealth. I don't want them to be where they should be. DJB, I don't really need to push anybody up. So I'm going to go ahead, stun the Landy, because she is the biggest issue to me and my security. And then we're going to kill the Pyra and put the Bryceria down to immortality. Hit the Abby as well. Do a good chunk of damage, and they're just going to give up. And then we just so happened to get rematched like 5 minutes later. So we'll see the exciting conclusion of Edeacracy versus Japanese Kanji man. This is it. The moment none of you were waiting for at all, because this is almost immediately after the last clip, because that's how I'm doing these things. It's another fight against a Japanese man with Pyra uses that's in the Fortuna Guild. Anyway, they went Pyra, LRK, Aiden. That's not Aiden, that's Alencia and Destina and Solitaria. I went Arwell, Aiden, Shu, Ed, and Charlotte. I banned out the Solitaria because I know that they're going to ban out the Ed if they're picking Solitaria, and they banned out the Ed because they wanted to control the ever-loving hell out of me. But that's fine. I don't particularly mind being controlled. So we're just going to hop right in. The Pyra, not going to S3 or S2 immediately, just going to S3 to give up an Aureus, create an Aureus for everybody, but that's fine. My Aiden goes before their entire team, so I'm just going to go into this LRK and put everybody into invincibility. So if he wants to S3, that is perfectly fine. They would hit my Aiden, or hopefully they wouldn't, and then I would counter, and it would create a bit of an issue for them. So they are just going to S1 into the Arwell, which is actually the best for me because their Destina goes before my Arwell. So my Arwell can do her best to do what she does worst and stun someone. So I'm going to try to stun the LRK because it was pushed up by the Destina, so the Destina doesn't have S2 anymore, and now the LRK can't can't S3, which is great news for me. It gives me more time to go into him with no repercussions. The Alencia is going to go into me, strip everything from everyone, except they didn't. They got stuff from the shoe, but my Charlotte is now an angry baby, and she's going to slam down and hit the entire team. My Aiden did strip I think she stripped the stealth from the Pyra, or she just got knocked out of stealth here. Either way, it doesn't matter. Pirate gonna go into everybody, cut down everyone's buff duration by 1, which is a little bit annoying, but it's not the worst. They got RNL, so they're gonna S1 into the Charlotte, no dice. So they're gonna S1 into the Charlotte, no dice. But this time, Shu's angry about it. So now Pyra is going to explode, which is perfect and everything that I ever wanted in life. Right now, I'm going to go into Alencia to try and get the unbuffable on her so that she wouldn't have Mind's Eye. But we don't quite get there. However, crit resist is providing a massive cushion for Shu, and she is not going to take too much damage from the Alencia, which is everything that I could have wanted. The Destina now has choices to either S1 or S3. They're just going to S1, go into the Shu, because Shu is enemy number 1 for most people. I don't like the defense buff on the Alencia, so I get rid of it. Shu goes into LR Crowd because he still can't S3, so it's fine. Or he still hasn't S3'd once, so I can just go into him without any repercussions. Charlotte is going to let her Beyblade rip, give everybody a barrier, but I don't particularly care. LRK gonna go in, and will my Aiden dodge? That's right, you guessed it. No, she won't. So, now that the LRK has actually done his thing, I guess I decided to go into him anyway. They have a massive vendetta against Shu, so they're gonna go into her. I bonk her and tell her no bad touch, but that wasn't quite enough to dissuade her. It didn't kill, and it pushed my Shu up enough to go, but all of the damage that I have, all of the injury damage, is enough to let the LRK survive the swoosh, as it were. So they're going to revive now, give everybody a little bit of health. I don't want this Pyra to do anything. I get a lucky dual attack with Shu, which I don't think really would have made any difference because Pyra was pretty far back and my Aiden was coming up really close. But hey, I don't care. They're just going to keep going into Shu because they really don't like her. So I'm going to Soul Burn, kill the LR Crow, and then put up anti-crit for everyone except for the Charlotte, who's unbuffable, but that's fine. I don't really care about that. Hit the Destina, because what is elemental disadvantage? If you have ever fought a Shu in Guild Wars, you know that it does not exist. They're going to keep going into Shu because I really admire their persistence of just wanting to kill this stupid freaking rat. We all can relate to someone just being like, I know I'm not winning this fight. I just want to kill this stupid goddamn rat. It's just like, I absolutely know this feeling. I stun the Alencia here to give Destina a choice of healing herself or the Alencia. Of course, she ends up choosing the Alencia. But now my Aiden is just going to hit the Destina and try to take care of her. Alencia has her S3. But God forbid they miss the Aiden. They did not, because it's my Aiden, and my Aiden does not know how to dodge. So they're going to strip everything from everyone. Shu does not like that, gets the S1 and the S2, because, again, elemental advantage is a joke. I'm just going to S1 into the Destina, get a dual attack with Arwell, strip the defense buff from the Alencia like last time. Charlotte is fully powered up, going to kill the Destina and do a good chunk to Alencia, and they finally kill the rat, and I am so proud of them. And then they quit because they accomplished their goal. They knew they weren't gonna win. They just wanted to kill Shu, and I can really appreciate that, and I I love stuff like that. Like, I know I can't win. I don't give a shit about that anymore. I just want to kill this one unit that was supposed to be dead like 30 minutes ago. So, thank you for watching these fights. I thought they were very entertaining. If you like them, you have things you can do as a YouTube participant, such as liking the video, subscribing to my content for more, and or leaving a comment down below if you want me to engage you in matrimony. I already have a wife, but, you know, maybe, I mean, I don't think she's polygamous. I haven't asked, actually. I don't think she'd be okay with it. Like, because also I'd have to marry, like, all of you. And at the moment, that's like 830 of you. So I don't... Is that too polygamous? What's too polygamous? Like, because 3's a crowd. How many is 58?